Hello and welcome to News Tonight on Rajya Sabha TV. I'm Tina Jha. Let's begin with the headlines of the day. Home Ministry dispels rumours on Citizenship Amendment Act, clarifies that no citizen will be asked to show documents of parents or grandparents dating back to before 1971. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman clarifies that the government has not taken any decision on NRC. Changes in company law, corporate tax cuts and GST reforms will help India achieve $5 trillion economy, says Prime Minister Narendra Modi. In an address at ASSOCHAM's centenary celebrations, the Prime Minister underscores improvement in ease of doing business rankings in the last 3 years. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu expresses concern over damage to public property during protests, appeals to people to follow democratic methods and uphold the spirit of the Constitution. The Vice President also releases the book Turbulence and Triumph, The Modi Years, on the life of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The fifth phase of polling ends in Jharkhand. More than 71% polling recorded for 16 seats in the Santhal Parganas division in the final phase. Results of all 81 seats to be declared on 23rd December. And all 4 convicts hanged in Jaipur serial blast case. More than 70 people were killed in simultaneous blasts that took place on 13th May 2008 at 8 places. The top story that we are tracking at this hour, putting an end to the rumours regarding the Citizenship Amendment Act. The Home Ministry has said no Indian citizen will be unduly harassed by asking to prove citizenship. The Home Ministry said that no citizen will be asked to show documents like birth certificates of parents or grandparents dating back to a period before 1971. That's what the Home Ministry said on Friday evening. In a series of tweets, a Home Ministry spokesperson said Indian citizens do not have to prove any ancestry by presenting documents like identity cards, birth certificates, etc. of parents or grandparents dating back to pre-1971 situation. The tweet said that citizenship may be proved by giving any document relating to date of birth or place of birth or both. The Home Ministry spokesperson also said that the list is likely to include a lot of common documents to ensure that no Indian citizen is put to inconvenience. And Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman categorically refuted rumours on the NRC or any alleged links with the CAA. She said no rules or regulations have been framed at the moment for implementing the NRC countrywide and that there is no question of seeking pre-1971 proof of citizenship or any other proof for that matter.
Now, to link the Citizenship Amendment Act, which is an act passed, with a process which is NRC, which is not even started. There is not even rules or regulation, nothing has been formulated on it yet. And I wish to state that as and when the NRC process will start, it will not start without consulting the stakeholders.
Amidst countrywide protests against the Citizenship Amendment Act, Congress President Sonia Gandhi on Friday targeted the BJP-led NDA government for showing utter disregard to people's voices. In a televised message, Sonia Gandhi said, people have the right to raise their voice against the wrong decisions of the government. That's what she said in a televised message this evening. While Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman targeted the opposition and said the parties are misleading people against the Citizenship Amendment Act.
In a democracy, people have a right to raise their voice against wrong decisions and policies of the government and register their concerns. Equally, it is the duty of the government to listen to the citizens and address their concerns.
जनता के मन में गुमराह करके उनके मन में भय फैलाने के लिए जो कदम उठा रहे हैं कांग्रेस पार्टी, टीएमसी और आम आदमी पार्टी और कम्युनिस्ट, स्टूडेंट्स के आड़ में आकर के उनके प्रोटेस्ट के प्रोत्साहन देते हुए वायलेंट प्रोटेस्ट को क्या प्रोत्साहन दे रहे हैं सोनिया जी? उनके समर्थन में बात करने वाले सोनिया जी क्या वायलेंस को समर्थन कर रही है? लॉ एनफोर्सिंग एजेंसी के ऊपर पिटाई जब हो रही है, पत्थरबाजी जो हो रही है, उनका समर्थन कर रही है सोनिया जी?
Rajya Sabha MP Subramaniam Swamy and Prasar Bharati Chairman A. Surya Prakash also asked people to clear their doubts regarding the Citizenship Amendment Act. Speaking at the Dr. Nagendra Singh Memorial Lecture organized by the International Goodwill Society, Subramaniam Swamy said that the government's aim is to resolve the long-standing issue of illegal immigrants. He asserted that no one will lose their citizenship. While addressing the lecture, Dr. Surya Prakash said that the chief ministers who are refusing to implement the act are disrespecting the parliament.
They were declared by previous governments as illegal immigrants, but the previous governments, especially the Congress governments, had given them a certificate to enable them to live here as long as they wanted without being a citizen. But that was not good enough, because if you didn't want a citizen, you didn't have an Aadhaar card, it would be very difficult to get a job in India. If you don't have ID papers, a piece of paper saying that you are an illegal immigrant, you are an illegal migrant, and that you have a right to stay, doesn't inspire confidence of those who want to give you a good job for a long-term period. So therefore, we came to a conclusion which was recommended by previous governments.
If there are disputes and disagreements, and they will always be in a democracy, it is our job to carry on the fight within the parameters of our constitution and democratic tradition. There should never be an infringement of that. I am saying this in the context of some chief ministers who have said we will not implement the Citizenship Amendment Act. I will say, sir, never say that. Never say that. This constitutes a threat to the Constitution and to India's unity and integrity. Please take those words back. This is very, very serious.
On to some other news. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that his government has laid a strong foundation for the $5 trillion economy. Speaking at ASSOCHAM's annual conference, the Prime Minister said that before 2014, the country was heading towards a disaster, but his government not only stabilized the economy, but also tried to discipline it.
$5 ट्रिलियन की अर्थव्यवस्था की बात अचानक आई है, ऐसा नहीं है। बीते 5 वर्षों में देश ने खुद को इतना मजबूत किया है कि इस तरह के लक्ष्य रखे भी जा सकते हैं और उन्हें प्राप्त भी किया जा सकता है। भारत की अर्थव्यवस्था तय नियमों से चले, तय लक्ष्यों की तरफ बढ़े, इसके लिए हमने व्यवस्था में आधारभूत परिवर्तन किए हैं, चौतरफा फैसले लिए हैं, उद्योग जगत की दशकों पुरानी मांगों को पूरा करने पर ध्यान दिया है और इसलिए आज $5 ट्रिलियन की इकोनॉमी के लिए एक मजबूत आधार बना है।
Talking about the Indian tax system, the Prime Minister stated that the country is moving towards a faceless assessment in order to ensure that there is transparency, efficiency, and also accountability in the tax system.
जब तक पूरा देश मिलकर के लक्ष्य तय नहीं करता है, लक्ष्य को पार करने के लिए मिलकर के नहीं चलता है, लक्ष्य को पार करने के लिए अपनी अपनी जिम्मेवारियों में सक्रियता नहीं लाता है, तो वो एक सरकारी कार्यक्रम बन जाता है। मुझे खुशी है कि आजकल अर्थव्यवस्था को गति देने वाले जितने ही समूह हैं, हर कोई 5 ट्रिलियन वाली बात को मध्य में रख करके चर्चा करता है। अधिकतम लोग यार कोशिश तो करनी चाहिए, यार करे तो हो भी सकता है, अरे यार नेगेटिव क्यों सोचो, चलो यार कुछ करते हैं। मतलब कि लक्ष्य तय हुआ है तो लक्ष्य पार करने का मन भी तैयार हो रहा है, और यही मन है जो आज यहां इकट्ठा हुआ है, वो उसको पार करेगा। सरकार का अचीवमेंट नहीं होता है, ये देशवासियों का अचीवमेंट होता है।
Applauding the role of the central government in listening to farmers, laborers and corporate world, the Prime Minister assured to formalize and modernize the Indian economy. He further said that the government is on track to decriminalize offences under the Indian Companies Act and is working to remove the inverted duty structure.
साथियों, आज देश में वो सरकार है जो किसान की भी सुनती है, मजदूर की भी सुनती है, व्यापारी की भी सुनती है, उद्योग जगत की भी सुनती है, उनकी आवश्यकताओं को समझने का प्रयास करती है, उनके सुझावों पर संवेदनशीलता के साथ काम करती है। डिजिटल ट्रांजैक्शन बढ़ाने के लिए तमाम उपायों से लेकर जीएसटी तक, आधार लिंक पेमेंट से लेकर डीबीटी तक हमने अर्थव्यवस्था के ज्यादातर आयामों को फॉर्मल व्यवस्था में लाने का प्रयास किया है। इसके साथ ही हम अर्थव्यवस्था को आधुनिक टेक्नोलॉजी का इस्तेमाल करते हुए मॉडर्नाइज और स्पीडअप करने की दिशा में भी आगे बढ़ रहे हैं। आज भारत दुनिया के उन टॉप 10 देशों में शामिल है जिसने ईज ऑफ डूइंग बिजनेस की रैंकिंग में पिछले 3 वर्षों में लगातार सबसे अच्छा सुधार किया है।
Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman held the 8th pre-budget consultation meeting on Friday with the leading economists of the country. Discussions on economy, inflation, job-oriented growth, with a focus on manufacturing and services, and also revival of non-banking financial companies was held during the meeting. Earlier in the day, at the ASSOCHAM event, the Finance Minister said that steps taken post last year's budget have started showing results on the ground.
You know, even during the budget I had announced that 1 lakh crore will be given for infrastructure, and I have announced post-budget that I'll make sure that it will be front-loaded. We formed a task group, and the task group is also looking at getting the pipeline ready so that at the earliest we clear each one of those projects.
Union Minister Prakash Javadekar has said that India is well on track to achieve the targets set under the Paris Agreement. Briefing the media on the discussions held during last week's United Nations Climate Change Conference, the minister said India aims to reduce its emission intensity by 35% by the year 2030. He further added that India's efforts to mitigate climate change were appreciated at COP25.
भारत ने जो काम किया है पर्यावरण में जलवायु परिवर्तन को रोकने के लिए, उसकी भूरी भूरी प्रशंसा की है। भारत ने लक्ष्य जो लिए है पेरिस के समझौते में कि हम हमारी एनर्जी इंटेंसिटी रिडक्शन 35% करेंगे, यानी जो कार्बन उत्सर्जन है, एमिशन इंटेंसिटी, तो कार्बन उत्सर्जन की तीव्रता को हम कम करेंगे और ये 35% करेंगे। मुझे खुशी है आज ही हमारा 21% हो गया है और इसलिए हम बहुत सही दिशा में चल रहे हैं। प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी ने पहले पेरिस समझौते के समय ही 1,75,000 मेगावाट का लक्ष्य रखा अपारंपरिक ऊर्जा का। उस पर भी हम अच्छी तरह से चल रहे हैं और 80,000 मेगावाट अपारंपरिक ऊर्जा अभी निर्माण हो रही है। 22 तक 1,75,000 होगी।
The two-day India-China border talks will begin in New Delhi on Saturday, while the Chinese delegation will be led by Foreign Minister Wang Yi. National Security Advisor Ajit Doval will lead the Indian side. The annual Special Representative Talks are the highest official level forum to discuss the solution to the boundary issue and several other issues concerning both countries. The last meeting was held in China in November last year, where both sides agreed to maintain close consultations on issues of mutual interest. And Jharkhand recorded over 71% voting in the fifth and final phase of polling on Friday. Polling in 16 assembly seats was conducted peacefully, with over 40 lakh voters exercising their franchise. According to the Election Commission, the polling percentage is likely to increase further as information from all the booths is yet to reach the poll panel. Counting of votes for all 81 seats will take place on Monday. And time for a very short break here, but more news and updates will continue on the other side. Do stay with us.
Under the One Nation, One Tax scheme, having the FASTag RFID tag on a four-wheeler in India has become mandatory.
It is a system for electronic toll collection, where the vehicle envisages that it can cross the toll plaza without stopping to save the time of passenger and fuel and save environment also.
The vehicles would be in a position to seamlessly go through, provided that all the vehicles which are passing through the this kind of toll plazas are having this facility in place. And then only we can expect a safe commute or a smooth commute for the vehicles.
The time save, the cost save, and the management by us by keeping so many records of the toll slips. Now we don't have to keep those manual works. So there is a single entry which goes and our work is being done.
Watch The Big Picture with me, Frank Rausen Pereira, at 9:30 p.m.
Tales that inspire. Stories of social change. A salute to diversity. Promoting public discourse. Events that motivate. Inspiring the innovative spirit. Watch Rajya Sabha television documentaries.
Welcome back. You're watching News Tonight. A special court in Jaipur awarded death penalty to 4 convicts for the 2008 Jaipur serial bomb blast that had left 71 people dead and 185 injured. On Wednesday, the court had convicted the 4 accused and acquitted the 5th, giving him the benefit of doubt. The serial blast rocked Jaipur on 13th of May 2008 within a 2-kilometer radius. An expelled BJP MLA Kuldeep Singh was awarded life sentence in the 2017 Unnao rape case. Pronouncing the judgment, Delhi's 30 Hazari court termed Sengar's offence as a depraved act of a democratic functionary, leading to erosion of citizens' faith in him. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu released the book Turbulence and Triumph, The Modi Years on Friday. The book is jointly authored by Rahul Agarwal and Bharati S. Pradhan. Addressing the gathering, Venkaiah Naidu praised Prime Minister Modi and said he is known for his discipline, dedication, devotion and development. He also said that Prime Minister Modi is translating the vision of Mahatma Gandhi into reality.
Force of self-confidence, bravery and tenacity that Sri Narendra Bhai Modi made the extraordinary transition from an ordinary man with a humble background to become a popular Prime Minister of the world's largest and most vibrant democracy. India's outreach to the world has been enhanced under his leadership. I am happy to note that the world is recognizing and respecting India much more than earlier. The Prime Minister, I feel, is translating the vision of Mahatma Gandhi into a reality through several schemes such as Swachh Bharat, Make in India, Skill India, Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, the initiatives on environmental protection.
The Vice President also urged people to place national interest at the center of their actions and not to indulge in any kind of violence.
The Parliament and Legislature should devote their time for discussion, debate and decision, not for disruption, obstruction. The time for construction, not for obstruction or destruction, because it is our own country, our own society. If you burn the buses, who is going to be affected? Not the transport minister. It is your own future. You will be taxed and sending a message, and then violence is not going to achieve. Some people still carry that outdated ideology that power will come through barrel of the gun. Nothing. Ballot is more powerful than bullet.
India's indigenously developed Pinaka missile system was successfully flight tested for the second consecutive day on Friday from the integrated test range at Chandipur in Odisha. Developed by the DRDO, the missile system is capable of striking into enemy territory up to a range of 75 kilometers with high precision. Similar test of the artillery missile system was conducted on Thursday as well. Earlier in March, 3 successful trials of Pinaka guided rocket system were conducted from the Pokhran test range in Rajasthan.
3, 2, 1, now.
And news now about environment and climate change. Climate change is erratic. Rainfall, high temperature, high carbon dioxide, among others, has had a serious impact on tea plantations across the country. Indian tea industry is the second largest producer of tea in the world, responsible for 35 to 40% of the global production. The Tea Board of India has joined hands with the National Adaptation Fund for Climate Change under the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change to address this issue. It was found that there has been a reduction of 10% in tea leaves production in South India due to climate change, while another report said that tea growing regions in Assam could drastically reduce by the year 2050. After 85 years, over 20 days of long cold wave were recorded in Munnar in January 2019. Tea leaves wilted due to the snowfall affecting tea production. And that's it from us in this bulletin. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.